to be here to host this talk by ROSANA de Rosa, who will be leading our live with the theme Charity, Transformative Action. I would like to take a brief moment to announce two Spiritist Federation programs. The first, our Initiation into Spiritism virtual course is now complete and available on our YouTube channel. This course is for those who want to learn or to review the basic principles of Spiritism. Take advantage of this amazing work. The second item is the 25th anniversary of the United States Spiritist Federation. Will be celebrated at the 16th U.S. Spiritist Symposium in Houston, Texas on November 5th. The theme will be Time for Renewal, Healing and Regrowth. The symposium is for the whole family. Get more information at spiritistsymposium.org. Registration is now open. And one more announcement before we move on to the presentation. On the screen, please note that there is a QR code. If you want to help the USSF produce more publications and promote Spiritism to everyone, scan the QR code on screen for your donation. Now, back to ROSANA de Rosa. It is so good to have you with us today. Together with everyone who is watching this live broadcast now, I want to give you a very warm welcome. It is so good to have you here to discuss charity, transformative action. I'm sure you are as eager as I am to hear ROSANA, and before she starts to enlighten us in the next hour, please allow me to formally introduce her. ROSANA de Rosa is a third-generation member of a Spiritist family. Living in Florida for 24 years, she graduated in psychology from Florida Atlantic University, FAU, and has been actively working as a speaker, as well as teaching classes at Spiritist centers in the USA and Brazil. In 2018, she and three other friends co-founded the nonprofit organization, the Embracing Grief and Loss Project. This project has been raising awareness of the healing of the soul through the work of dedicated volunteers and is done virtually. It is present in more than 18 countries and 16 states in Brazil. Please take this opportunity to send your questions during the presentation using the chat window. ROSANA has reserved time to address your comments and questions once she concludes her presentation. Now, ROSANA de Rosa.
Thank you, Bradley. Thank you so much. Good morning to everyone. I would like to say thank you for the invitation, Tanya, Daniela, and to be part of the talk series of United States Spirit Federation. I would like to start our conversation by bringing what means charity. If I consider that charity is donating something to other, what if by chance he doesn't accept my offer? Do I be upset? Or what if he accepts and gets happy? Do I feel happy? That's no charity, because if charity depends on how the other will react, that's not charity. Charity without interest is the true charity. If I want for the other to change, giving something to other to be happy, I keep expectation. When I keep expectation, I'm lost in the way what I mean charity. If the other person's reaction change your predisposition to help or not help, it is because you are not acting with charity. Charity without interest is one in which we do not depend on the other to do or feel anything. I think this is a basic idea about charity. I like that. Why? Because I feel that if we focus on what is the transformation that I'm giving to somebody, because whatever I'm doing, I lost why I'm doing. And I started to wait that they say thank you. I start to wait that somebody applauds me. I start to have some kind of reaction if he doesn't, or if she doesn't like. Oh, they don't have consideration. Why they're not see that I'm doing this with a lot of effort? I start to have a question. I start to lost a little bit the way why I'm doing charity. What is the difference between animal and human? The difference between animal and human is the awareness of acts. We start simple and ignorant, still without rational intelligence, and not consciously controlling our habits. The human being in the transition for the animals to be human needs to develop conscious. With conscious, intelligence becomes rational. And with intelligence, he or everybody can choose his actions. And responsibility only arises when you become responsible for your actions. When you distinguish the good action from the wrong action, we are doing charity and is choosing the right action. Charity means a social relationship and must serve everyone. When is your action related to the whole? When? All the time. All the time. And then, how do I know if I'm doing charity? Because, Rosana, the way that you're saying, if I cannot expect nothing, how do I know that I'm doing charity? I think there is one way, very simple. Charity is not measured by a specific act. Charity is expression as a being. The way that I express myself, I'm doing charity. When we're talking about our actions, our choices, we are using intelligence, creativity, our will, which is the control of our actions, which we can use for ourselves and think only for our benefits. Or, for example, if I do just only for my benefits, if I park in the park space for people with special needs because I'm not going to walk too much because it's far away where I have to go, I'm just doing things for myself. We can also use it to act on behalf of everyone. For example, if I park further away to make space closer for those who may be late, this is a charitable behavior. And I think that to just realize where I am is just start to think about what I do. What is the purpose in the way that I'm acting? So charity, we understand that is going beyond a weekendly action. Sometimes we say, oh, I do a volunteer work every Sunday. That's nice. That's very good. Oh, I give things to people. That's very good. Or I act to helping people. That's good. But it is a behavior. It's more than just give something to somebody, which becomes a habit as you invest on it. When we invest in this habit, we start to all our life start to be charity. There is no problem to invest just one time a week. It's okay. But I think to this habit be introduced in your routine, you have to do more than that. We need to live for charity. We need to, when you go to the grocery, we need to talk with the lady that's there to helping us with this behavior that we are including her. We are seeing her. How are you? How are you doing? How you are feeling? We are seeing her. And how do I know the difference between right action and wrong actions? when you only do it for yourself. We are doing something wrong when you are doing something in favor of just ourselves. And we are doing something right, something good, when you are doing something in favor of the collective. I will only be doing charity when my attitude is conscious. I know what is right, and I choose the right because I recognize myself a social being doing my best in function of the whole. That's very important. And but my best action is when I understand why I'm doing this. Because when I put together what I feel and what I do, I can start to have the feelings what I do. When you do charity, your behavior, charity, you feel good. You feel that you make your day. You feel your body and you feel the sensation. You smile when you do something good. And then for me, when we start to pay attention in ourselves and every moment in our life, when we start to be conscious what I want to be, what I want to do, where I want to live, know the location, where is my spirit want to live, what kind of the place I want to stay mentally, and then I can put together uh, all my reaction to the world. How to develop charity? Allan Kardec tells us that is the true education more than true instruction. That humanity will be transformed if you start to include charity in our education. Not intellectual education, but moral education. And not even moral education through books. That's nice. That's we start on that. But that wish consists in the art of forming character that wish create acquire habits. We are forming character when we included new habits that means charity in our lives. Let's suppose if I have the habits that my mood in the morning it's not so okay, and I wake up and I don't want to talk with nobody, and somebody in my house starts to speak with me and say, I don't want to talk, and when I go out I don't have no patience in the traffic. I just see I'm just being in the box that live with myself, and I'm not interact with nobody. There's no this is means it's no charity. Charity means inclusion. For the habits to be conquered of the individual, it cannot be a conditioned habit. I cannot do just because everybody does. I cannot do just because I saw somebody on the internet that's nice to do this because everybody say that's good. No, it's important that I do because I really feel that this is the way. Is to have to uh, is to have to be one acquire habit, charity. The acquire habit is the one that you resonate and choose because it is the best. The conditioned habit is just because everybody does. I don't think too much about the consequences. I just do because everybody does. Because uh, you sometimes do because everybody does, but you are not conscious. And when you lose yourself a little bit, you start to do different.
Looks like we have a little bit of signal interruption. Some very good points that Hosanna has made have on the charitable acts that, yes, it's good to do something, to give something, but also to make certain that we are conscious throughout our week of charity. And it doesn't have to be that we are giving something to someone or necessarily participating in something. Those are all very good things. And every act of charity is welcomed. But just even recognizing someone at the grocery store, a stranger on the street, nodding to them, smiling, these are acts of charity. And as we know, as Spiritism has taught us, that acts of charity are not to be done so everyone can witness. The only one that needs to see this is Jesus, God. The acts of charity are ones that come from the heart, from the mind together, and are done with only the intention of goodwill, of love to people. And so if we reach out to people, friend, family, stranger, just to show that caring attitude, that will help much in showing charity towards someone. Again, it doesn't have to be a very grand act. It should not be at all. If we are able to provide something to someone, maybe fix a sandwich and provide this to someone who appears to be hungry. Sit down and just take a few moments to ask a person's name and introduce ourselves. This is an act of charity because we are connecting with our brothers and sisters, and that's very important to do.
I'm sorry. The light goes off and then I come back. I'm sorry about that. Was my internet. And how can we, I lost a little bit. Let's go back. For the habits to be conquest of the individual cannot be conditioned habits. It has to be acquired habits. That acquired habit is the one that you resonate and choose because it is the best. You have to be conscious why you are doing this. If you are doing just because everybody does, just because people think that's nice, just because everybody is going to say, wow, Rosana, you are the best, you will lose yourself. You lose the track. Charity means conscious. You need to know why you are doing. And you need to focus on that. Because when you know your behavior, your feelings, you can educate day by day yourself to make a better choice in your life, to be involved in kind of behavior that charity means. So let's include in your routine to observe your action by asking the following question. Is this behavior good for me or for everyone? This is something that Jesus teaches us. This is the way we will be able to be good for everybody, or just it's good for me. Because if I'm choose something that is just for me, I need to make some adjustments, and I can do that because habits you can change, you can create a new habit, or you can take out some habits. Depends the effort that you put it there. Acquisition of new habits can be acquired and learned from the daily training. A lot of people, I think that's interesting. They say, oh, you know what? I'm this. I cannot do too much. I'm this person. I do this. This is my way. But I understand that sometimes we make the same mistakes because we think that we are that person. But no, we are spirits. We can learn. We are here for that. We can learn everything, and we can change everything that needs to be changed, everything that we feel that's not appropriate, that's wrong, that this the wrong way, the wrong path. Everything we can learn. But there is something that's very important. We need to include this in our life. We need to pay attention that over time, when this act becomes a frequent experience, it becomes a habit. It becomes one acquired facility to act in a certain way without resorting to thoughts. Oh, I need to think, how am I going to do that? No, in the beginning, maybe you need to force yourself. If I, like I say before, if I wake up in some bad moods and I treat people like in the way that's no good, I can wake up and say, you know what? I have a tendency to have a bad mood in the morning, but I'm going to pray. I'm going to put in my mind that I will change since today. I will start to say, good morning, thank you so much. I'm going to understand what the traffic means, and if people is so fast, and instead to be irritated, I start to understand that everything is around me is to help me to understand life, is to help me to know myself better. And I can start to change my mind, the way that I see life. I think living charity is to change the way you see your life. How to break down the old habits? To break down the old habits and establish new habits in their place require careful care, which requires maximum concentration and willpower. For example, um, we eat sweets and food that make our body sick. We know that. A lot of places we read, you learn, you feel in our body. But when we go to a party, we go there and we see everything at the table, and you just comes and eat. We know that's not good for us, but we just like we don't think. We think like, oh, because they put it here, I have to eat. But this is their habits. Somebody else that make the party. But sure, I'm going in their house, but I have to choose, or maybe I don't have to eat, but I have to be responsible what I choose. But sometimes we just do that. And because we do that, we are a bad example for the children that will repeat our choices. They will repeat everything that we do and create the same problems. When they are adults, they're going to be sick, they're going to have a problems. And that means start today to evaluate and make list. Write down which habit needs to be disencouraged, even if you enjoy doing this. If you enjoy doing them. Okay, I enjoy to eat this cake, but I know that's not good for me. I know that's going to affect my family, because my habits is going to affect my family, that they will eat the same that I do. And then I have to change, not just for me, for my body, that's my responsibility, but I have to change for them, for my family. And when I realized that I can do and see, that's very important to know my power. What is my power? To know that I can change everything that's the habits that I like, that I don't feel that's good. So charity is a habit acquired through our effort. I'm going to give one example. 15 months ago, I started a new habit, intermittent fasting. And I changed the healthier, the way that I eat. I start to eat more health. This change was inspired by menopause. when I start to go into my menopause, and I start to have the feelings that or I change something or my life is going to be changed. It takes 30 days for me to get used to the daily 18-hour fasting. 30 days, that's it. 30 days, after 30 days, I understand that I have to eat 12:30 until 6:30, and the other part of the day I don't have to eat, just water and tea, and it's okay. 30 days I change my habits, but until today, even after these 15 months, I still need to be vigilant as to adjust the food. During this time, I have observed conditioned food addiction that I had that was implemented since my childhood. All the sugar, the sweet things, and that we just do because everybody does. We never think about, and I didn't have the idea how I miss until I cut this. And then to help me in the new food habit, I create a new routine of I watch how do I prepare my food, what to buy. I started to watching videos with the doctor specializing in the health food. I started to watch where I go, what kind of restaurants. I start to look at the menu, if they have a salad, what they have. And I don't eat animals for 30 years already, but I started to see what they have there that I can include in my diet. If they don't have, maybe I change the place. I don't go. I know this is a challenge, requires time and effort, learning and discipline, along with the development of my self-love and awareness of gratitude for the body I use in the matters and the responsibility to treat it with respect and care. That motivate me a lot. When I came to menopause and I start to get feelings for this change, I start to think I have to respect my body. I have to take care of myself with more responsibility. I need I need to still be aware, always remind me to be charity in my self-care in order to have health energy to continue my mission on earth. Everybody has a mission here to do things. Everybody in their own fields, in their own family. But if you don't treat ourselves with respect, maybe we're going to leave early, or maybe we're going to stay here sick and people needs to take care of us. So choose to be a health person. Is this in this society we have to take care our behavior, our body, our soul, and be useful, creating peace and stability in the present and in the future life. For me, to eat responsible and start to create this environment for my body to work better with exercise and all the things that's included to be health. Oh my gosh, gave me peace. Like, oh my gosh, I'm take care. I'm great interact with here the material life, and I have to be responsible for that. This is charity. Happiness is the responsible of the intimate feeling when I exercise charity. Since I do something that make me feel good, oh my gosh, I feel happy. And let's see, for example, if you do something that make you feel happy 10 years ago, and you remember today, oh my gosh, the day that I went there and I interact with that family and we talk and we did something, oh, I feel so good. It was so good to meet them. It was so good to be there. Again, the happiness, you feel that again. It's something that you never lose when you feel this charity in your body. Thinking that I am being dependent of other and that I have to act for myself to conquer happiness, it's the wrong way. Is what generates the conflict in the society that we live in, because nobody see nobody, because a lot of people is suffering and they don't have help. A lot of people say that they don't have time to look at each other. Oh, I'd love to do a volunteer work. I don't have time. Oh, I'd love to help it, but I don't have time. I need to wait until my retirement. I need to wait until my kids grow up. I need to wait. And we all the time start to feel that this is going to come in sometimes. I came here to tell you this new. It doesn't have to. You can start now in everything that you do. If you change your food, you start to be charity with your family, because they will change because your new habits. If you start to do this in your company, you start to see somebody, because sometimes we are in the same room, but we don't see each other. You say hello. In the elevator, you go and somebody say, "Hey, how are you?" And what people expect that you say, "Okay, okay," finish the conversation. But if you say, "How are you?" and the other person say, "Oh, you know what? I have this pen. I have this. I have that." You look and say, "Well, what she's talking about? I just ask, how are you? I don't ask. I don't want to know about their life or." It's this because we don't see each other. And charity is, I see you and you see me. You can count on me if something happens. Maybe you can count on me because I'm going to listen to you, what you're having your life now. Or maybe because I'm going to be with you. I'm going with the doctor if you're sick. Or maybe because I'm helping you with something that you need. You need a hand. And when we start to see each other and start to grow our relationship, this is means charity. We are living in the charity feelings. I think the best charity is to give what the person needs. For example, sometimes we want to help somebody, but we think that we know what they need. And then you say, somebody comes and explain to you what's going on, and you start, oh, um, I know what you need. And then we start to say, to give them advice. Oh, I think you have to do this, you have to do that, you have. But sometimes people don't ask us what they need to do. They just wanna tell us what they feel when we don't listen. And I think it's very important. In the project that I'm part, Embrace Grieving Loss project, we develop a way how to learn to listen somebody. And when you learn to listen somebody, you are going to give what they need. And for example, um, what do the homeless need most? Maybe you say, oh, he needs food, he needs a house, he needs maybe a clothes. I understand for sure. If you give food for the homeless, he's going to be happy because he needs, maybe he's hungry. But right, what really the homeless need? He needs to be included as a social being who are living the street is excluded. They don't feel that they are part of the society. I can donate something to the homeless, like I said, the food, the clothes, everything. And but I still, I still can be sure that the homeless is going to feel that I see him. Um, I can do it with a friendly word. Asking him about him. How you doing? And why you living here? And asking, showing him that I have some respect. I'm not just give it to him because somebody told me that charity means to give something to the homeless. No, I'm giving something to him because I see him. So he will feel my attitude as a friendly gesture. It's not like I just give it there because, people say to be charity, I have to give something to them. No, charity is only charity when it is inclusive. And if you wanna do this, we need to be there, really there, not just give something. On our planet, the majority only perceives what they don't think that's good. And this and think this is the human reality. The planet's so bad. Everything is bad. A lot of violence, a lot of people that don't care. No, I think the world can be wonderful if you start to do things wonderful. Because if you watch the TV, just see things that's so bad, the crime and drama, a lot of things, and you start to believe that this is the world, and there is nothing that we can do. We just need to live our lives because I cannot do too much. The government needs to take care of these people. I pay my tax. I don't have nothing to do anymore. If you feel like that, we disconnected, because charity is I have to do my part. I need to believe on somebody's act. I need to believe in somebody's heart. Spiritism is believe. We believe. We have day by day, and that means, do you want to live in a happy world? This is the question that you have to ask to yourself. Do you want? If you want, just collaborate, do your part, and don't worry about the results. Detach, take care of your behavior, and you will receive a personal tranquility. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my best. When practiced by all, will achieve collective tranquility. You will be in the happy world. But Rosana, it's not today. But if you don't do nothing today, how can it be in the future? If I live this all the time, first of all, I'm going to feel good. But second of all, I can influence other people, and this start to be different place where I live. The attitude, uh, the attitude of good proposed by Jesus is one attitude of resistance. It's not passivity in the face of situation. But we have to fight to control our attitude to get a new habits. It's no passivity. Oh my gosh, I see all the world, everything that's bad, and I cannot do too much. No, it's like, oh, I'm a part of everything. I'm responsible also for the planet that I live, and I need to take care my trash. I need to take care of what I say. I need to take care what I think. I need to take care of what I give. I need to take care. If I feel part of this world, and I feel that also my responsibility, this is mean charity. The challenges we go through are not punishment, but opportunities. There are circumstances which invite us to give more of ourselves. Don't think that because you are facing some disease today, or you lost your job, or you are in grief, or something happened that make you feel that you are suffering. Don't think that if you are suffering for somehow this is a punishment. Think that this is an opportunity. For me, everything that's happened to us is a big opportunity to learn. We are here to learn. We are here to to help each other? Do I have to give the maximum I can only when I'm facing the challenger? Because sometimes people, oh, you know what? Now that I was sick, now I'm going to give a food for somebody. Sometimes we just motivate because we have some problem. But after a while, you say, you know what? I helped already, and it's okay. You come back for the life that you were before. And I think we have to do our maximum, doesn't matter what, all the time. And for who? For everybody. Because sometimes you think, oh, you know what? I have to take care of my family. They are my family. I understand. But when you as brothers and sisters, and who is your family? And sometimes we are so there thinking that your family just your son, your mother, your husband, and we lose ourselves outside. Everybody needs us, and we need everybody. So the gesture of charity is regardless of the circumstance, doing your best all the time without looking at what the other does or does not do. Doesn't matter, because we start to compare. I call him because he didn't call me back in my birthday. I call him his birthday, but because he didn't call me back in my birthday, I'm not going to call him anymore. That's not fair. I call him, but he needed at least to call me back to say thank you. We lose ourselves when we compare and start to see what I do, what the other do. Life is not competition. If you do this, you're going to lose our way. I think it's very important that you understand that Jesus tells us, if someone forces you to walk 1 mile, walk two, walk three, walk four. When you think you have received little, do more, never less, because you think the other doesn't deserve it. All they do it because you deserve to do the right things, and because everybody deserves your best. And sometimes the other doesn't do because they don't know. They don't know because they don't know maybe what you know. I think the responsibility to know about that we are spirit, that we have another life, about the reincarnation, about how do you feel good to give good things to people, is the responsibility. So maybe other people don't know that because that that situation they don't do anything, and we have to put ourselves there. As a spirit, we know that this is not only life, that we live many other lives, and that I have to be author of my happiness and part of social progress. This is not just our only life. We are building. A lot of people is coming. A lot of people doesn't know what you know, and a lot of people is teaching us what we don't know. This is part of life. You see, it's a circle. Somebody teach us, and we teach somebody. It's like, oh, it's like a circle. But if we pray and ask the good spirits to help us, and it's, oh my gosh, they help us, they help me. But when somebody knocking your door, you don't have time. And you see, life is this. We receive and we give to somebody. We receive and we give to somebody. It's a circle. How to help others? We normally see ourselves in imbalance here, as in the spirit world. By mistake choices outside the ideal, what it means good. We do something that's bad because we are ignorant. And sometimes we live in the illusion that material is so important, title is so important, have money is so important, where we live is so important, what car I drive is so important. And it's kind of illusion that gives us a lot of imbalance in life. Charity means to put ourselves there. What's really important in life? is to love each other. What's really important in life is to know each other. What's really important at life is everybody has the basic things to live well. If somebody's not eating, if somebody doesn't have a place to live, we need to working to help everybody to have at least a basic things in life. So charity is in helping the others to see good. He has a reference inside him, but he's not finding it yet sometimes. Can we do this for somebody, for him, for her? No. He will have to understand it for himself, but we can help. How much time do we need to invest in help people? Till somebody understand what our parents did to us. They help us until we need. And again, how to sit, how to eat, how everything that we learn with our parents, they repeat and repeat until we learn it. How many times the parents need to teach us? Forever. And then transformative action for charity to be a transformative action. We have as a goal each moment to be better than we were before. To get somewhere, you need to invest. And moral is a great investment. For this, we need to be aware of our action daily. How do we live? Conditionate to conscious. We need to ask this question every day. How do I live? Do I do this because I'm conditioned to do this because everybody does? Or I'm doing this because I know this is right? Because if it's conditioned, sometimes I'm doing right things, but I don't know why. Or sometimes I'm doing bad things because everybody does. Oh, you know what? The property to park here, everybody does. Ah, it's no problem. And it just, everything is wrong, is to be Lord of ourselves, Lord of our knowledge. The attitude of charity starts with us respecting our gift, our choices, respecting ourselves and others. We should not compare ourselves. Competition is a big mistake. It's the fruit of selfishness. The natural human gesture is cooperation. Uh, all are important. The phrase is the foundation of charity. All are important. If every day, at all the time, before anyone, you think like this, you will be useful to those who are being bad. If you cannot help, at least respect, because we are all important. Charity, transformative action. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to do this part, and I appreciate to answer some questions that Bradley included here for me. Hi, Bradley.
Thank you, Hosanna, and uh, for the reflections and good thoughts you provided. So we are now open for comments and questions from the audience. From the U.S. Spiritist Federation, how do we make certain that our charitable act is not interfering with another person's need to learn and progress?
We are going to know when we are going to give them what they need, like I said before. It's not what I think that they need. If I talk to them, like let's suppose somebody comes and show that they need me, first of all, I need to listen to them. Because sometimes they are saying something, we are just, okay, I know, you have to do that. And I think the first step is listen. Sit down, listen. And sometimes they just need that you listen. They are not asking your opinion. And maybe you have to stop there. That's very challenging for us because we want to give the solution. We want to save them for themselves. We want to take out. I'm sorry. I think it was my internet, and I think I'm back. And if you just listen, and then according that we're talking, we are going to feel what they need. If they need our shoulder, our hug, if they need that you just be together, what they need. And first of all, for me, it's like I like to ask, what do you need? How can you go? And I'm not going to embarrass somebody or irritate somebody. I'm just saying, how can I help? And second of all, I'm here. Whatever you need, tell me. I'm here. And I think I'm not going to interfere in their progress.
Thank you for that, Rosana. So from Yasko Arakawa. Hi, Rosana. From your talk and your own experience, I am understanding that to transform one a step forward towards its moral perfection, any charity work needs to include a true, inclusive human connection and not just like business, effectively delivering rescue materials and relieving hunger. Remember the spirit brother Jacob in the book Voltaire. I am back.
Thank you for the question. Let me see. Well, asking experience, understanding that you transform one step forward through it's more performing. Any shared work needs to include a true inclusive human connection, not just like a business. Yes, I think I understand that everybody needs things. Like a lot of people need material things. Like I say, you are hungry, you need a place to live, you need the clothes for sure. But we need to put our heart in that because sometimes you just give something to somebody, but we are not there. We are not there. I'm saying no because I give money, somebody is doing. No, we are there physically, but we are not there spiritually. Don't listen exactly what they need, and sometimes they need to feel that we see them. They are human, and but in some situation that people are sometimes they don't feel that they are human because it's some bad situation that they are. And then when you put in the quotes business, I understand that to say is not just because it looks like good for me, or because my company is going to have a tax return because that, or no, just because my heart is there. I understand that everybody has the rights to be happy. Everybody has the rights to has a basic things to live in life, like a place to live, what to eat, clothes, and education. A lot of basic things, and maybe I don't know, depends each one, but I'm the one that can help with a lot of things or educated or go there or my hug or everything, but cannot be just material. If you're not there, it's no charity.
Good thoughts. We have a question from another question from the U.S. Spiritist Federation. Can we say then that charity is more important for the one doing it than to the one receiving it?
Oh, for me, for sure. For sure. Why? Because if it's charity is fraction for myself, I mean, because life. I don't have the. Okay, I'll be back. When I know that I have to do, but I don't get used to well on this. But after a while, when you start to get the feelings, how do you feel good to do that? You know that you are the one that received much more than everybody. You are not giving this just because you think that people deserve or don't deserve. You do this because it's natural in you doing this. It's not. Remember Jesus when the lady was there and he said, "Oh, a virtue, who touched me? A virtue left on me." Is because it's you. You don't need to think about. It's just you just do the right thing. But this is what you learn to come here, and then. But we're not there. We're not perfect. We don't just do good things. We do a lot of it, like homework to tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm saying, maybe in some life, it starts to be very natural on us. But sure, we are the first one to receive this.
Very, very good. And a question from the United States Spiritist Federation. Should we practice mindfulness daily in order to improve our ability to act charitably?
For sure. When you practice mindfulness, you are giving yourself a time to feel that you are part of everything. Let's suppose if you want to sit down and do all the things like a lot of people do, it's okay, but you don't need. You can sit down and I don't know, just water and just think, oh, how I'm grateful to be here. How I'm grateful to receive everything that's around of me, the sun, the air, my body, all these people. I just get a feelings that I'm a part of everything. We can call mindfulness with all the practice that I love. I love yoga. I love all these things. But you can also sit down and just do this exercise 30 minutes a day. And I was in the lecture with a friend. He was just say about that, just being there to know that you are part of everything. And I think charity comes.
So we have a question here from the United States Spiritist Federation. How can the thought or act of charity be taught to children?
By example. I think we need to give them the example. Sometimes we say by the book, but we don't do at home. And if you want to teach people or kids or adults or teenagers, we need to do ourselves. They need to live in the environment that's normal to do this. If it's just by the book, for some moments he knows you don't do that. It's just by the book. You just say, because sure, it's included in education to teach this to your kids. But if you don't transform yourself, it's like, you know what? It's no good to smoke, but you smoke. The message is very confused. And then I think start on us. We start to have a behavior, behavior, and we're going to teach the kids. They will learn fast, much more than you.
Good thoughts. Good thoughts, Rosana. From the TV CEI International Spiritist Council, is there a way to find a balance between the material life and the spiritual life in regards to charity?
For sure, yes. I was thinking like when you feel that you are a spirit, you are just living a circle here, a moment here to use this, but it's not yours. What is the Anna? I'm this buddy. I identify myself as psychologist. I identify myself as a doctor. I identify myself as a lawyer, and then I start to lose the balance because it's an illusion. I'm not Rosana. I'm staying this identity, but I'm not. And then I think the balance is to live in the material life, reacting like a spirit, understanding that here is a process, here is to learn, but we are not from here. This is a time that we live. I call, maybe it could be a little crazy, but I used to say that's like a vacation. No vacation because just going to be fun, but like a vacation. You leave your house and you stay like your beach house for a while, but you know that's not your life is not there. There is just a while. You just go there to relax, but you have to come back. I'm saying, and then like a spirit, we know that this is a time, but we are not from here. When we are thinking that we are from here, and then we start to have a problem. We are attached with a lot of things and a lot of people and a lot of material ideas, and you lose ourselves. You lose our balance, for sure. I think this is the big problem that you have in the world now. Nobody knows or react like they are spirit. Because just we don't see each other. We are so busy.
And we have one other final question from the TVCAI International Spiritist Council. If someone rejects our charitable act or words, how do we handle this?
With this idea, this question. Thank you so much. If you don't have no expectation what they are give you back, you just keep it doing. If you have expectation, you're going to frustrate yourself. How to me? I'm here. I want to help. They don't want to help. For me, time you're giving something very good, for example, could be very good, but maybe the person is not prepared to receive that. But maybe you are putting like a seed there, and maybe after a while they can consider what you gave was good. But in that moment, maybe they're not prepared to have this. And then for me, if I don't have expectation, I just put it there. For example, in the Embrace Grieve project, we but sometimes not prepared to live in the big pain they're feeling. But what we can do? We just say, oh, you know what? We told you, but if you want to live in this pain, what can you do? No, we keep tell them we are here. We want to listen you. You have a lot of possibility inside of you to deal with this pain. We still there. It's still there until they get it, or until they want to stay there. But we never lose the patient because there is no sense of charity if you lose your patient. If you lose your patient means I'm teach you, but you have to learn in one way. If you don't, sorry. There's no option. You're just doing because you know it's the right thing to do. Not because what they are going to do, whatever you are going to give. I'm doing because this is my life. This is the way to live my life. Not because I wanted that to change. If you change, good for you. But if you don't, I'm just doing this because it's natural on me. I'm not saying Rosana. Rosana is in the same pattern for everybody. But I'm saying like a human being that wants to be a happy human being.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much, Hosanna. And thanks to everyone who watched today's live talk and those who have been following our weekly Spiritist Talk series. Be certain not to miss our next live this next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, when Bernadette Leal will be discussing a life with purpose. As we begin to close our live today, I would like to again remind everyone of the upcoming 16th U.S. Spiritist Symposium on November 5th in Houston, Texas. Make sure to register all of your family so we can spend a full day learning more about Spiritism and sharing our life experiences and friendship. Let's also celebrate 25 years of the United States Spiritist Federation together. Hosanna, before we close the live, would you please offer a prayer?
Sure, Bradley, it's a pleasure. Just close, everybody, your eyes. Think about where you are now. Maybe in your house, maybe in your office, maybe with your family, maybe lay down in your bed. Feel the presence of the good spirits, because we are surrounded with a lot of good spirits that bring us a lot of energy to be used in our life. They are encouraging us, they are teaching us, they are helping us, they listen to us until we grow up and learn to do by ourselves. That moment, feel intimate with this energy, like you are in the garden. Sit down in a branch with somebody that loves you, that you miss. He hold your hands, give you the sensation of the old love that you both share, and decide to live something with you. He puts in your hands a white rose, incredible smell that you feel in all your body. And the message is, you are never alone. We always are together. Everybody is important to each other. Thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity to be in this planet, to be part of this world family. And let me pray to do my part, to see these many roses in all people's hands, to give them a better life. Thank you so much for this opportunity.